Peacocks are native to Asia, despite the fact that they may now be seen flaunting their elaborate plumage in parks, farms, and zoos all over the world. The birds are emblems of Hinduism and Indian royalty in their country of origin, India. They are more highly regarded elsewhere for their decorative blue and green tail feathers than for their loud honking calls. These peacock facts, from their past as expensive meat to their trendy plumage, are probably things you didn't know. You are aware that peacocks are males. Only the male peafowls have eye-catching color and exquisite ornate tail feathers, just as other sexually dimorphic bird species. The females are similarly lovely, but they have softer hues like gray and brown instead of blue. Females do not fan their feathers out like we are accustomed to seeing a peacock do, because only males who are courting a potential mate engage in this train-rattling behavior. Moreover, despite the fact that both sexes are commonly referred to by the same name, peacock refers to the male and peahen to the female. A bevy, ostentation, or muster are terms used to describe a gathering of peafowl. It takes peacocks years to grow colorful tail feathers. Male and female peachicks have the same appearance upon hatching and for several months following. Males don't begin to acquire color until they are around 3 months old, and their fanged tail feathers don't become brilliantly colored until they are 3 years old and have reached full maturity. The peacock will actually attract a partner thanks to the beauty of its tail. A peacock naturally sheds its feathers at the conclusion of each mating season in order to grow them back longer and fuller for the upcoming mating season. Around age 6, the animals reach their peak liveliness. They serve as India's national bird. India's national bird, the blue or Indian peacock, Pavo cristatus, was chosen in 1963. Its range practically encompasses the whole Indian subcontinent, where the IUCN rates it as a species of least concern. The peacock has a long history of representation in Hindu religious culture and Indian art, where it is often connected with gods and goddesses as well as aristocracy. For instance, it is said that the Hindu god Lord Krishna has a peacock feather in his crown. Peahens can be snobby selecting a partner. Peahens use the visual presentation of males to assess their fitness. During this display, minor rattling gives the appearance of spots hanging over a shimmering background. According to one theory, the male feathers are attractive to females because they resemble blueberries. Others speculate that it's because the vibrant show can help keep predators away. The angle of the peacock's tail feathers may be even more significant than the size of the show, according to research on peahen behavior. Additionally, there is proof that vocalizations, dancing, including feather shaking and movement, and vibrations play a role in mate selection. Their crests actually function as vital sensors. Peacocks have so much going on with their captivating plumage that their crests, which resemble floating crowns, are frequently disregarded. Crests on peafowl have a significant role in mating. These long feathers are present on both males and females, but peahens use them for purposes other than decoration. The crests serve as a sensor instead. The female sees the show and feels it in her crest when male peacocks ruffle their tails. Scientists have observed it at about 25 times per second to attract females. Peacocks have throughout history been symbolic. Peacocks are not just the national bird of India, but they also have historical significance in Greek mythology, where they were a symbol of immortality, and Ashkenazi Jews associate golden peacocks with innovation, their feathers connected to the idea of inspiration for writers. Peacocks are frequently depicted in early Christian mosaics and paintings because the eyes on their tail feathers were considered to stand for the all-seeing God or the church. Peacocks were related to the tree of life in ancient Persia. They used to be food for the rich. Exotic animals were offered at the feasts of the wealthy in the Middle Ages as a symbol of their affluence. Recipes from that era describe the challenging process of preparing peacocks for a feast. Before eating, the skin would be reattached for a stunning aesthetic presentation after the feathers had been removed to allow for cooking and flavoring the peacock. The English and Australian cookery book claims that a peacock cannot be properly set on the table by a regular cook. In the days of chivalry, only the most beautiful lady was eligible for this ceremony. At the start of the meal, she carried it while uplifted music was playing and set it in front of the master of the house. However, it seems that peacocks don't taste like chicken. Records show that the majority of consumers thought they were harsh and flavorless. With age, peahens tend to adopt male characteristics. Some old peahens could develop peacock feathers and vocalize like males. Peahens with damaged or old ovaries stop releasing as much estrogen as they get older, and as a result, they start to sound and appear more like males, according to study on peafowl sex inversion. What is the cause of this strange phenomenon? Male traits appear to be the animal's natural development. Only because hormones suppress their plumage do peahens have a plainer appearance. Snow white peacocks are a little more prevalent now than they used to be because the feature can be developed through selective breeding. Leucism, on the other hand, is a hereditary disorder that solely causes the loss of pigment from feathers, as opposed to albinism, which typically causes loss of pigmentation from feathers and eyes, resulting in red eyes. This is true of white peafowls, which are extremely uncommon in nature. Peacocks have wings. Peacocks frequently fly short distances to escape to a tree branch for protection from predators or to nest at night, despite the fact that their tail feathers are large and heavy when folded up out of fan position. It's interesting that there wasn't much of a difference in the distance that peacocks flew before and after molting, when they naturally shed their feathers. Some people display subtler tails. The lesser-known peafowl species is the Congo Afropavo-congensis. The bird, a native of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, is threatened by population decline. While females are primarily brown and green with black abdomens, males have stunning deep blue plumage with hints of green and violet. Congo peacocks are smaller than other peafowl species and have short tail feathers, which they fan out during mating rituals. Peacocks, although being built for warmth, can tolerate cold weather as long as they have cover from the elements. To survive in frigid climes, they require protection from strong winds and below freezing temperatures. A peacock's lifespan may be shortened by exposure to harsh temperatures. Indian blue peafowl can live in both the wild and captivity for 10 to 25 years. Their primary predators in Asia are mongooses, wild dogs, and jungle cats. Raccoons, coyotes, wolves, and even domestic dogs may hunt on them elsewhere. In their native India, peacocks breed during the monsoon season. The animal just performs its mating ritual during the wet season, around May, and does not dance in response to or as a result of the rain. The meaning of various peacock vocalizations varies. When entering their area, the birds may make a quiet announcement of their existence or a loud alarm to alert others to predators. During the mating season, peacocks are especially vocal, and their mating cry resembles a high-pitched hooting. Protecting biodiversity and preserving habitats depend on our ability to comprehend the requirements and behaviors of other living things. We think that as we learn more about beautiful species like peafowl, the more inspired we will all be to contribute to the preservation of the woods and shrublands in which they reside. Peacocks create unwelcome noises. The peacock is frequently thought of as the loudest animal and makes horrible shrieking noises. Peacocks have 11 different vocalizations. Their sounds become more frequent during the monsoon and predict impending precipitation. Peacocks produce a sound that is inaudible to human ears when they shake their tails. In order to attract peahens during mating season and when they feel threatened, peacocks create a lot of noise. The largest birds that fly. The lengthy train and heavy weight of the peacock do not prevent it from flying. However, they only travel a short way. Peacocks typically fly to avoid predators or to reach their nighttime roost. Peacocks prefer to run over fly because they are ground-dwelling animals. Peacocks can run at a pace of 16 kilometers per hour, which is fairly fast compared to other terrestrial birds. These birds have a head-to-tail length of over 5 feet and weigh 8 to 13 pounds. 60% of the peacock's total body length is made up solely by the tail. One of the fascinating things about peacocks is their ability to sprint while being one of the largest flying birds. That was for today. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel.